tractor ride will tour us to the flower fields.
Can't reboard because of our current conditions. We're not allowing it. We're not allowed to. If you do get off at halfway, you'll have to walk back. Enjoy your ride. Have fun.
Thank you.
We're glad you came to the flower fields. Your safety is our top priority. Please be seated and remain seated with your hands and feet inside the wagon. Don't forget you will need to wear a mask at all times. Your driver will stop at the top of the hill and you may get off the wagon, but you can't reboard. This year it's a one-way trip. Please make sure that you stay seated at all times until the wagon comes to a complete stop, as you are on a bumpy road. This wagon and tractor is provided by the Vista Antique Gas Steam Engine Museum and their wonderful volunteers. We hope you will have a wonderful ride while touring the flower fields. Thank you for staying seated.
Hello and welcome everyone. We're glad you came to the flower fields. We hope you have a wonderful ride. We invite you to stop at the Rose Garden and enjoy their beauty and fragrance. The rose is one of nature's oldest flowers, believed to have originated in China. The rose is cultivated today in many forms and varieties. Roses are grown for their novelty, bud form, flower form, color, petal, quantity of blooms, vigor or renewal, fragrance, foliage, and appearance, along with resistance to insects and plant diseases. Children and adults will delight in Santa's playground. The new home to whimsical lighthouses and gigantic mushrooms were a part of Santa's village in Lake Arrowhead years ago. Come see the guard shack, dollhouse, crooked treehouse, and colorful mushrooms that so many of us remember from our very own childhood. The flower fields are more than just beautiful fields of color. They provide a stunning backdrop for your wedding, corporate gathering, or other special event. Our Paul Hickey Jr. Barn, nestled among the flowers, can accommodate up to 200 guests. March through May are the most ideal months for events because the flowers are in bloom. However, the barn is open throughout the year, January through December, for all types of events. More information can be found on the Flower Fields website. Stroll through Memory Lane, a 1,500 square foot greenhouse filled with the world-famous poinsettias. Enjoy hundreds of exciting poinsettias in over 20 rare and unusual varieties. Learn the history of the world's best-selling potted plant, the poinsettia. Try to find a solution to this one-of-a-kind sweet pea maze. Immerse yourself in thousands of fragrant and colorful, old-fashioned sweet pea blossoms. Take your time. There is more than a third of a mile of walking paths in this patriotic color display to explore, to amuse, to entertain you. Snowflakes have also become a popular orchid of the California gardener. These plants will tolerate night temperatures down to as low as 35 degrees, making them very adaptable to California conditions. The coastal conditions here at the flower fields in Carlsbad are ideal for the culture of cymbidiums. These conditions grow strong, robust plants that are vital pests and diseases. Our cymbidium varieties are innovative based on 7 important criteria: ease of growth, temperature tolerance, large flower size, and color. The Flower Fields Cymbidium Orchids Project is funded through the City of Carlsbad's Agricultural Mitigation Grant. The City of Carlsbad is an active supporter of the Flower Fields and the Cymbidium Orchids Project. It is a continuation of their commitment to the success of this iconic destination, the Flower Fields. The fields today are a direct result of nearly 100 years of floral cultivation that began with Luther Gage, an early settler and horticulturalist that settled in the area in the early 1920s. Mr. Gage brought ranunculus seeds to the area and began growing them in his fields next to Frank Frazee's small vegetable farm in South Oceanside. In 1933, Frank Frazee also started growing ranunculus and introduced his son Edwin to the art of seeding, cultivating, and irrigating a pretty but not yet popular flower. At the age of 16, Edwin Frazee quit high school to work full-time on his father's burgeoning flower operation. The ranunculus is native to Asia Minor and a member of the buttercup family. Originally, the flowers were single-cut and ranged in shades of red and yellow. The beautiful colors and fullness of the retail agreement with Armstrong Garden Centers to manage the retail store. This agreement allows the Flower Fields personnel to concentrate on what they do best, growing beautiful flowers for the world to enjoy. For those not fortunate enough to be able to visit the flower fields, bulbs from this amazing horticultural site can be found at easytogrowbulbs.com. Today, the flower fields represents the perfect synthesis of a robust working ranch and regional tourist attraction, ample parking, an Armstrong Garden Center, special event opportunities, historical information, and floral products are provided to visit each year. Additionally, our Paul Eck Jr. Barn can accommodate up to 200 guests for events, galas, and weddings. Due to the continued benevolence and foresight of the Ecky family, the flower fields will continue to be a national jewel, an attraction enjoyed for future generations. The red, white, and blue American flag is made of petunias, painted wood planter boxes and trellises, vine-covered arches, walking paths, wooden benches, and aviaries create a calming atmosphere for our visitors. Children and adults can surround themselves in this enchanted garden.
Thank you for joining us